Well, if it isn't
Your
Miss
hair is
Jessy
long.
Jess.
Your hair is long.
I know. I feel like a fucking young hipster college professor or something.
You look like a young hipster college professor.
Okay, well, at least it's
Plaid
accurate.
shirt.
I know. I know. What am I doing?
Yeah,
How's it
sorry, I
going?
completely forgot that we were booked today. And I was on the phone to my best friend back in Australia when you texted.
Okay.
I was like, oh, fuck, that's right.
Much more
My
important.
bad.
Much more
Yes.
important. And that's
I mean, I
okay.
figured you could reschedule easier than she
Yes.
could.
Yes, definitely. Because like what time is it there right now?
In Australia,
Hmm.
it is 9 a.m.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Nice. Well, it's funny. I'll tell you right now though, we don't have to do this. We can stop right now because I really, really that curse is still in my head. I don't want to do anything here. That is still something that,
You're the one who's creating this, Drake. If you were that worried about it, you wouldn't have asked for an interview in the first place.
okay, I'm totally serious. I wanted to do this sooner, but I thought about it and I was like, I really don't want to fuck something up this time. So I waited. I was like,
You want to do it
I'll
after
just
the
do
fight?
it. Hey, that's up
It's
to you.
okay. I have faith.
All right,
I
cool.
have faith. It'll be fine.
Yeah, let's hope that Jessica Aguilar broke it now.
Well, I mean,
She,
she hasn't really retired.
yeah,
She's
exactly.
I don't know what she's doing.
Trying to ride out the wave. So,
Yeah, she asked if she could come to CSA,
oh, really?
but then yeah, and then I spoke to coach about it because I was with Jessica. I want to say in the Houston UFC in like February or whatever it was. The
Yeah.
fucking last time I got to be social and out in public was at that UFC event.
Well, yeah, she lives out in California now because she was at ATT for like her whole career. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, how are things over there though? I mean, it's kind of the smoke's just getting me today, like just a couple hours ago, the fire and
It's
stuff.
rough, dude. Today is fucking rough. Last week was worse. Last week was bad all week where like even inside the gym you could see all the smoke was inside the gym. It was fucking
Wow.
terrible. And then it kind of cleared up for a couple of days, and then yesterday and today it's been really bad. Today it's bad. My asthma is not enjoying it at all.
Yeah, that's not fun. That's no fun at all.
Ooh.
Just this year, right? I mean, crazy.
Fuck, man. It's been nuts.
Yeah. And I mean, I've seen everybody's asking you about trailer life. So I didn't want to ask you just about like the trailer life in general, but in the pandemic, has it been a little bit more different because of that for you or compared to before things?
I don't know. Like, it definitely was weird at the beginning when everywhere was locked down and people were quarantining. Like that was when Ty was still here. So there was me, the two dogs, and a giant Hawaiian, all quarantined in one single room because really the RV is just one room,
Mm,
and that was pretty rough. There's no place to get it to like have space to yourself, you know.
mm.
Um, but since he's been gone, it's actually been a lot nicer. It's like I just hang out in my room with the dogs all the time, and I like that.
Yeah, you're always posting the videos. It always seems like
Yeah.
a fun time.
Oh, they're fucking insane, these two. Like, I don't even know what to do with them. They're fucking nuts.
Oh, that's awesome. And I remember seeing the fun hairballs you had in the shower.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like,
Oh
who
my
does that?
god.
Who does
So
that?
that I don't know, but I just felt bad because I feel like whoever was washing their hair in there has to be going bald. Like
Yeah, it was
that
bad.
was too much hair for just regular shampooing your hair loss. Like, and that's not. It didn't just happen once. It was maybe 8 times. Rough.
Jeez.
So gross.
You're
So
just,
gross.
oh, is that your full head of hair right there?
Yeah. Like, how do you even have hair left?
And maybe that's it. Maybe they were shaving. Who knows?
Oh my god.
Yeah, brutal.
Oh my
Sorry
god.
to bring that up. I just came to mind.
No, that's fine. There's been a bunch of weird stuff. Like it's a public fucking toilet and public campgrounds.
Yeah.
Blue, go away.
Uh, but yeah, as for fighting and all that, of course, got to talk about that a little bit. It's almost been a full year. If you realize that, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, November last year. What are we in? September?
Hmm.
Yeah, like a month shy, 6 weeks shy.
Yeah. I mean, that's not your
Yeah.
longest break, I don't think. right?
No, well, before that was July 2018. Or
Mhm.
June 2018 I fought, and then I didn't fight again until
Right,
November
right. That was a big
2019.
gap. Yeah,
So yeah, like a year and a half.
yeah. And then most of
Yeah.
the waiting here hasn't been injury related, right? So
No, I was trying to get booked a lot earlier than what I got booked, but yeah, like the one thing my coach said when I asked him what he would like, because a few months ago I said to him, what do you need to see from me to be okay with me taking a fight, you know? And he gave me a list of things, but the first thing he said was, we're not taking any short notice fights. Like, we need a full camp, right? So then UFC offered me a 4-week notice fight, and I was like, is that really short notice? And he wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't enough time. So
could
and
be
then I
shorter.
think, yeah, like could be shorter, right? And then and then I think I got offered, I think this is week 12. So I'm hoping, well, coach did say that when I win a fight again, then he'll let me take short notice fights. So win this one, and I don't have to go through another fucking 12-week camp, because that sucks.
Yeah, just a lot of waiting around and all that. So, um,
Yeah.
and then as for the panty one, unfortunately, I cursed that one too. So I mean, takeaways from that fight. How do you
You
look back on that
didn't.
one?
I had too much, like, I shouldn't have taken that fight in the first place. I had too much going on, you know? But I learned a lot of very valuable lessons from that. One was trusting in my coach, and two was that I needed to, like, stop trying to hide how I was feeling. You know, like, I was so consumed with trying to be tough and, like, not being worried about anything, not being scared, like, not being nervous, that I kind of overcompensated, and then was putting myself in positions where I was just losing consistently, and then that was fucking me up even more. But I wasn't willing to admit that I was scared. Like, of course I was scared, you know. I felt like I was coming back too early off an injury, but I needed the money. Like, was a huge thing. I fucking had no money. um and I, like, in hindsight, I think I knew 2 weeks out that I shouldn't be fighting, that I shouldn't have taken that one, you know, because, like, I still couldn't move. I couldn't walk properly. I couldn't run. I couldn't kick with my foot. Like, there was a lot of stuff that was being impeded. I would wrestle and my foot would get, like, I would step funny and I'd be out for the rest of the day. Like, there was a lot of signs pointing towards not fighting within that time frame, and I just tried to ignore it and tried to push through, because I didn't have any other options, you know. Like, my visa was coming to an end. I had no money. Like, there was just a lot of external factors.
Yeah.
So you didn't curse that. I was an idiot and tried to push through, even though all the signs pointed to not taking that fight.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we do look at the curse specifically, it has been an injury or fight cancellation thing. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So
there's that.
I appreciate that. I'm too close now for an injury and too close for a fight cancellation.
Hey,
Fingers
yeah,
crossed.
we're knocking here.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Jesse. um, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I think it was the one. I think it was the last time we caught up, but we were talking about how you know when you do wrestle more and like get your jujitsu involved, like oh man, no, that's when I usually end up winning. Like just making for sure that I win rather than just try and knock them
Yeah.
out. And, didn't see much of your grappling in the last fight. You think like all that stuff played into why, as you were saying.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I just wasn't able to do enough, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, obviously, like, my base level of fitness is good enough to get through a fucking fight. Like, my base level of technique is good enough to get through a fight when I mentally wasn't there at all. I also fucking got food poisoning the first morning that I was in Moscow. The very first breakfast I had, I got food poisoning. So I spent
Wow.
literally all week, I think I ate, I want to say 3 times in the whole week, because I was throwing up for most of it. Even after weigh-ins, I went and ate after weigh-ins, and I threw up that night. Like, it was fucking rough. So it was just, the whole thing was just a shit show. So to not get finished, right, to not get, like, fucked up, and be feeling how I was feeling, that's still a small accomplishment. My
Yeah.
small victory out of that. I haven't watched the fight, but, like, knowing how I felt and that I could still get through with someone. And Panny's fucking no joke. Like, I fought her before. I knew she was legitimate.
Yeah.
So to get through against someone like her, as, like, not there as I is an achievement, you know? Like 100%. I fucking lost that fight, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty crazy. Oh man, I can't even imagine. That would be horrible. And I know you were excited about going to Russia too, so you didn't really get to enjoy the trip
I didn't
either.
get to go. I didn't see anything. I didn't
Oh,
see a single thing. I spent the whole week in fucking the hotel because I was sick. All my corners, everyone that I was with, my fucking mum and my granddad, my ex-boyfriend, Hans Molenkamp, who was my corner, Darren, my jiu-jitsu coach, like they all went out and explored and had fucking great adventures with Monster Energy Russia and like went and ate a bunch of really cool food and saw all the sights. And I literally saw fucking nothing because I was sick in my hotel room all week.
Like, really, guys? Come on.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, I'm glad they went out because they would have just annoyed me and I would have told them all to fuck off anyway.
Yeah.
So.
True that. So yeah, there's two ways to look at it.
Yeah.
But, and kind of the story of things in your UFC career, at least, it's been like you're increasingly getting in better shape with each fight, at least, from the looks of it. And I'm sure you might agree with that too. But yeah. So how are you feeling like now? Looking ripped as always.
I'm just happy that I have been able to put weight on again and not get fat. You know what I mean? Like I've been able to put on a lot of lean muscle. Like we've been working since November last year. Since my last fight, like coach and I sat down and came up with a game plan for how I can be successful at 135 because cutting back down to 25 just isn't viable for me. Like even now, I'm still not as heavy as a lot of the other bantamweights are walking around. But right now I don't have a huge cut to do.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was going to flyweight, like I would still be 20 plus pounds off weight now, So every time I think, oh, coach, like my weight's been good, then he's like, you'd still have to cut 20 pounds to get the flyweight. I'm like, all right, maybe not. Like, maybe not. Maybe I'll trust you. So I feel good. I feel like, honestly, when I was going to flyweight, like I couldn't really lift any heavy weights. Like there were a lot of styles of training that I love to do that I just couldn't do because like I would just put on muscle too quickly, like my weight would go up almost instantly. So it's been really nice, like being able to lift heavy again and being able to do CrossFit and being able to fucking power lift and like do all those things that I really enjoy doing, to be able to eat freely and not just be stressing about my food intake. It's been like, this is the first time in my entire career, like I've been doing this for 10 years. This is the first time in my entire career that I've ever been in the position that I'm in right now. So I'm glad it finally happened. Would have been much nicer like a few years ago, but
you gotta learn
better late
something
than
now.
never. Yeah. I probably wouldn't appreciate it as much if the fucking cuts before this hadn't been as difficult as what they were.
Yeah, very true, very true. Man, 10-year career now. Do you think about that? Like, damn, I've been fighting for a long time.
Yeah, I've been fighting for 8, training for 12, I think. So 10 is the average. Yeah. Yeah, no, I do. I have a 16-year-old client, right? And she's just started training with me like 2 months ago. And I'll do something like trying to teach her something. And she's like, oh my God, how can you do that? And I'm like, dude, I've been doing this for fucking 12 years. Like, I've been doing this for almost as long as you're alive. And then I think back to all of my coaches when I first started who would say exactly that to me, be like, I've been doing this for as long as you've been alive. And I'm like, I'm never going to get to that stage. I'm never going to say that. And now I'm the fucking old lady in the gym going, I remember when I first started this sport.
The old lady.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But no, it's cool. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It's been fun.
Yeah.
I guess it's been fun. It's been shitty, but it's been fun too.
It's a journey. It is a journey. And, unfortunately, you are on only the second 2-fight losing streak of your career. Is that something that you kind of think of too as like a good motivation? Like, all right, let's not get to 3. Never been there. Let's never have that get there.
No, I haven't really thought about that. Like, I've done a lot of therapy in the last year-ish, and I have like definitely a different attitude towards fighting and wins and losses to what I used to, like I used to be so worried that if I lost, I would let everyone down and people would be disappointed in me and that meant that I failed. And now like I don't see it that way. Like someone has to lose, whether it's me or whether it's the other person, you know? Like if I'm still doing everything I need to do to prepare, and if I'm still going in there and doing everything that I can possibly do to win, and someone beats me, then okay, like fuck man, they were better on the night. I've had fights, I've had split decision wins, that were like one person's opinion gave me that win. You know, like I've been on both sides of it where I don't know. It's actually been really nice. Like when I came to terms with the fact that like I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing whether I win or whether I lose. Like that's it. This isn't my retirement fight. Like it's not, oh, you lose and you die.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's not the fucking, I don't care how many of these fighters like to say that they're gladiators and warriors. Like you're not going to die if you lose this fight. Like that's a fact. So kind of when I came to terms with that, it allowed me to, like, I felt a lot freer. You know, it took a huge pressure off my shoulders and just allowed me to enjoy it a lot more, because I haven't been enjoying it. I've been so worried about losing and getting cut and losing my visa and having to leave the country that it's like the fear of failure stopped me from even trying to win, you know? So now I'm like, now I feel a lot more confident with the position that I'm in, with the place that I'm in, with my coaches. Like I feel a lot more confident that if I lost and I got cut and lost my visa, like I already have backup plans, you know, like I'm not worried like I used to be. Like I know that there's going to be something good on the other end of it no matter what. And if I win, which obviously I fully intend on doing, you know, I feel like I've been in camp since my last fight. Like I haven't stopped, you know, I didn't take a break. So if I win, then cool. Like the plan's still the same. I'm still going to keep doing what I'm doing regardless of how this fight goes.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the mental hurdles, I'm sure we've talked about this before, but like those are oftentimes the biggest ones, right? Just accepting like, it'll be okay, you know, whatever happens, you know, I'll get through it. You know?
Yeah, that's it. Like the people that I love and the people who love me are still going to love me regardless. Like the people who don't like me if I lose, the people who go, oh my God, you have 6 losses, you're 9-6. I don't really care about them anyway. So like nothing changes but the number that's on my record. That's it.
Yeah. It sounds so violent.
I know. Do you want to see them?
Yeah, of course. Look at them.
Always. Fucking always.
That's great.
Yeah, they never stop. This is just all day.
It's just how it is.
Late at night, like, that's why most of my videos are when they're supposed to be in bed. Like, they get a treat and they go to bed. That's been our routine for the last 2 years. It's been so hot here, though, and in the RV, because my RV is, like, a lot of canvas, so it's like a tent. There's not a whole lot of insulation, so if it's hot outside, even with the air conditioner on, it's still pretty hot in here, so they're just not sleeping anyway.
Oh man, can you sleep in the heat? I hate sleeping when it's too hot.
No, I hate it. Like I haven't slept the last couple of nights because it's been so hot. But after tonight, it's supposed to cool down again up here. It's 112 up here today.
Wow, that's insane.
I know. I fucking left Vegas, right? I left Vegas for a reason, and now I'm in the same fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that sucks.
Come here. Come here. Come here. No. She's just going to stare at me. Come here. Come here. Get up on the bed. Thank you. There you go.
There we go. Cameo from the doggos. How about that? So, yeah, for the next fight, Sarah Alpar, obviously. And she's actually, you know, how much do you know about her? Because she's a lesser, probably your least known opponent, I would say, since like Amiko Rika in like 2015. So like 5 years ago.
Yeah, in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, maybe even before that.
Yeah.
Before I fought Emiko, I fought Arlene Blanco, who's about to fight fucking Cyborg.
You
for the
fought
Bellator
a lot
title.
of notable people.
Yeah. So Sarah, when Sarah came to Vegas for her contender fight last year, she actually, like, her photographer / coach / whatever the fuck he is, contacted me about helping her find somewhere to cut weight and to train. So we took her in. I was taking a few of my fighters to Robert Drysdale's gym, and they said she could come in. So she came in and like hung out with us while she was cutting weight for that fight, you know. So I've been friendly with Sarah. I don't know her well. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about her. I've never had a negative interaction. Like, as far as I know, we've always just been cool with each other. When we booked this fight, I sent her a message and just said, like, thank you, like, fucking have a good camp, you know. And it was cool. It was nice because I feel like a lot of guys and girls create unnecessary rivalries when I'm just here to be an athlete. Like, I don't need to hate someone to try to hurt them, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, she's the first southpaw I've ever fought, so I'm pretty fucking excited about that. And that's cool. That presents a new challenge. She's a wrestler. Like, apparently she's a pretty good wrestler too, from what I've been told. I guess she's been wrestling for a long time. So yeah, I'm excited. She brings a lot of challenges. And then the fact that she is a less known name and it's her debut, I think she'll have a bigger point to prove, you know? So
yeah.
I'm expecting it to be a tough fight. I'm expecting to be like, I'm fully prepared for it to be a tough 3-round fight. Like that's it, you know, like she's got a good record. She's done really well. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to not have someone fucking talk a bunch of shit about me leading up to a fight. That's been really nice, you know.
That hasn't happened in a while, has it?
Well, I haven't fought in a while, have I?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, what? I mean, Jessica Ives, he said some stuff.
Yeah, Paige. Beck didn't have enough
Paige's
time.
fans more than Paige, though.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. I never had a problem with any of them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. And you mentioned Sarah's wrestling. I mean, you haven't had an opponent really try to wrestle you in recent fights either. So that's exciting to look forward to.
That is exciting.
Right?
Yeah, that is exciting. That was one of the first things I thought about when we booked the fight. I was like, fuck yeah, she might actually try to grapple with me because I want to grapple. Like, yeah.
Watch, now she's just not even going to attempt
now
it.
Now she's going to be a fucking kickboxer. Watch. Yeah.
I got to do this. I got to initiate.
Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. So, we talked last time. It was when Jared was, Ty was getting he did end up making his debut, and then he's fighting like this week, right? So
yeah, I think on Friday or Saturday.
Yeah. So how was it? Because you cornered him for the debut, right? So just like, was that whole experience like?
Cornering him was rad. Like I cornered him for 3 fights. But this was the first time that I was more of a lead in the corner for him, because previously it was Eric Nixick was the lead, and then I was just there, but this one, because it was Coach Kirian from CSA and majority of the fight happened on the ground, like Coach Kirian let me take the lead in the corner, which was cool because Ty was pretty used to hearing my voice, like I would coach him through some rounds and help him out as much as I could, so no, it was fine. I think, like, obviously, I don't know, we broke up a while ago and he lives back in Vegas now. So he's done all this fight prep in Vegas. And from what I understand, like, he's been grappling a lot more and doing a lot more of that because obviously he lost his last fight because of the grappling. So I'm really happy that he's put a lot of energy into that. But in saying that, I haven't been there for his camp. So I can only pass on what he's told me.
Yeah.
But I know he's excited for it. I'm excited for him. It is a little weird not being in his corner for this fight, but obviously, like, not being together, it would kind of be a little weird if I was in his corner for this fight.
Yeah.
Also, like, maybe if he had done camp out here, it would have made more sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just show up, be like, so I don't know exactly what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want me here? Oh, okay, my bad.
I'll just watch,
Yeah. Cool. I'll just be in the back.
Yeah. And yeah, I saw when you were talking to my buddy John Yunko in a recent interview as well, he asked you about, the greatest female fighter of all time, Nunes, and you said Fujii. Thought that was really cool and, putting some respect on her. Don't know if you saw my story.
Oh, dude, when I've met her. When did I meet her? It was in Brisbane and she was in Brisbane. That was Megumi and then her coach Abiane. And they had what's that other Japanese girl's name? Real pretty Japanese fighter.
Rena?
Begins with an R.
Rena?
No, it might have been Rena. It might have been her or someone that looks just like her. I can't remember. It was a while ago. And they've all got single names, so I can't remember any of them.
It was
but anyway,
probably her
meeting,
then, yeah.
yeah, I think it was. And then meeting Megumi then was like, I thought I played it off real cool. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Like, I was just such a loser. But I was so excited because like my very, very first coach, he loved her. Like loved her. He used to make me watch her all the time. And then I was like, I fucking loved her. I thought she was amazing.
Yeah, nice. Well, I was mentioned her because, you know, I don't know if you saw, I did that big old story on her and everything. And
I did. I didn't read it though. I'm sorry.
all good. No, that's fine. I don't expect you to. I was just.
I did see that you wrote it though.
Okay, cool. I mentioned it though because when I talked to her, one of like the big things about her career and like her goal, you know, was to show that like the women could, you know, do just what the men could, if not better. And I thought that was really interesting because I had no idea that was such a big deal for her. And so, you know, she talked about like the struggles of, especially in her time, you know, back before when MMA was still MMA overall, not just the women, but it was like kind of a great thing, and the struggles that she had to go through and being like treated as a kind of a weird person type of thing. So I was just curious, like, I'm sure you've had your things where people kind of, oh, it's a girl fighting, like that kind of thing, right?
Oh, always. Oh, it's a chicks fighting. I'm not even gonna watch that. That means I can take a bathroom break. Blah 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 blah. But I'm noticing it less and less now, for sure. And I don't know if that means it's not happening as frequently or if I'm just not seeing it as much. But yeah, honestly, it's more like the other way. Like dudes get super weird when they find out that I'm a fighter. Like the first thing is, oh, I bet you could beat me up, or how much would it cost to beat up one of my friends? I'm like, because it's like, it's a fucking sex thing. Like every dude wants to be manhandled by a fucking pretty girl. Like that's a fact. In my experience. But yeah, it's like it's like a thing. Like too many dudes, that's their first thing that they go to for it not to be a fucking thing. Right? Like usually the things you're the most insecure about are the things you're the most vocal about, right? Yeah, so that's kind of what happens a little more.
Well, okay, this is good. See if I can segue this here. You mentioned opportunities for female fighters.
Segue.
I try and segue this nicely. Opportunities.
You gonna talk about Kanako?
Yes, I am. You know me so well. The Kanako,
fuck
yes.
Yeah, dude. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So excited for her to fight. Oh my God. I wish this COVID shit wasn't happening so that she was prepping with us, but obviously she's not. She's in Japan, but I miss Kanako so fucking much.
When's the last time she was there?
Before her Invicta title.
Oh wow, really? That long?
Yeah, so last time we spoke, I haven't seen her in a long time. I talk to her on Twitter sometimes and Instagram sometimes, but it's just Kanako, come home. And she goes, okay, I miss you.
That's great. Yeah, I got to try and get her on my new show now before her fight, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, when is her fight? November? December? October? November?
One of those.
I have no idea.
Before 2021.
Sometime this year.
I'm pretty sure it's next month.
Oh my God, who's she fighting? Fucking
fighting
Souza.
Yep, Livia, Invicta champs.
She's gonna fuck her up. Oh my God, I can't. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. As soon because I feel like they announced that fight. So Ashley Yoda was like half under CSA for her fight against Livia, and I still think Ashley won that fight, but whatever. Anyway, when they announced Kanako's fight like 4 days later, whatever, first thing I did was texted Coach and said, Coach, we're going to fucking get this one back. We're going to get it back because Kanako's a stud.
I know. I can't wait. I'm happy too that, well, I don't know. I would have liked to see her thrown like maybe right back at the top 15, but you know, she'll get there. Just because, you know, I think.
Yeah, it won't take her long though. Like,
yeah,
it won't take her long at all.
I mean, she's instantly one of the best wrestlers in the division, like right away. So, I mean, probably top 3 off the top of my head. I mean, Tatiana, obviously, then Kanako, and I mean, those are the top.
Who else?
Yeah, I mean, those are the top 2 then. So, but yeah.
I'm excited for Tatiana to finally come back.
I know, that'll be great whenever
that
time.
happens.
No joke. Yeah. So, but
wait,
also,
imagine if her and Kanako fought.
That would be wild. That would be wild. Tatiana would have a size advantage, but I think,
Dude, Kanako hits like a fucking Mack truck.
yeah.
Like, it doesn't even make sense how much power that little bitch has. Like, it's just so, she's hit me a few times and I've seen stars and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
I love the story where you said she took you down real quick and just choked you real
Dude,
fast.
and it almost put me to sleep. And I was like, didn't even know what was happening. Like, I swear we were standing 3 seconds ago.
How did you get behind
me?
me?
She's just so fast and so strong. Just so fast and so strong.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I cannot wait for that. It's so awesome. So I don't know if I have a good segue here, but video games. Video games. What have you been playing lately?
That's not a segue at all.
No,
because we're talking about Japanese people?
No. I mean, you don't play Pokemon or anything, so.
I don't. I actually haven't been, I haven't been playing at all, to be honest. Like, I finished Last of Us 2, and then I kind of looked around. I should finish Doom Eternal. I'm still stuck on the same boss level that I've been stuck on for fucking ages. But someone just messaged me on Twitter the other day and was like, change your change the button locations, right? And he's like, change your weapon locations to the D-pad, because usually you have to hit the bumper and then cycle through. So then to change weapons, it's so annoying. So then to change weapons while you're trying to shoot this boss who's fucking you up, and he has a demon dog, and then there's a bunch of little zombies coming out as well. It's that's when I keep getting killed. And he's like change your weapons to your D-pad and then change your jump button to the fucking left bumper or whatever. And I'm like, fuck, I might actually be able to get past this now. So I'm gonna do that and give it another crack soon. But I really haven't been playing, honestly. Since Ty left, I've been just working a lot more, so when he was here, I wasn't really working much, and I'd just be bored sitting at home playing, or we were fighting a lot, so then we weren't really talking, so then it would just be one of us sitting in the camper playing video games. But since he left, I've been reading a lot more, spending a bit more time with the dogs. Hey, pretty. And at the gym a lot more. I'm coaching a lot more now as well. So I haven't really played.
Did you guys still get to do Wimp to Warrior? Was that before things
went
down?
It's still running now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still running now. So I think we trained for 3 weeks and then COVID happened. Damn. And then we came back not that long ago, but it's been really difficult to train for a fight when you have to stay social distance. Yeah. So I'm still not entirely sure how we're finishing that one out, but my Wimp to Warrior crew are training, and they've been super consistent, which makes me happy, makes it worth getting up early in the morning, because I don't enjoy getting up early anymore.
No, neither do I. Very cool though. I also wanted to ask you about the cupcake video. Did people actually send you money?
No, and I should have charged for it, but it kind of opened up another plan for me. So I'm not going to say anything more about it, but
this is the secret project, right? With Amber Live.
Yeah, no, it's part of it. I have a couple of secret projects, but it's definitely part of it. So all these other bitches are getting their tits out for money. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to do something.
Okay. All right. I was going to see how much I'd hear.
You just have to subscribe to my exclusive content, right?
There we go. Yeah. It's not OnlyFans, or is that secret?
It's not OnlyFans. Okay. It's not OnlyFans. It's exclusive content. Only food.
Only food. Who was it? Chris Sunshine. I don't know if you know who that is, but that was his idea. He's like, I'm gonna make an OnlyFans, and I'm just gonna be me eating a bunch of food, with his shirt off.
I don't know if women pay for it as much. He'd have a bunch of gay dudes. I feel like he's very pretty.
He gets that already.
I was gonna say he's very pretty. I feel like he appeals to a couple of different markets.
Yeah, he's told me about some of those DMs, and it's not good.
Maybe he shouldn't have tattooed a fucking dick bird on his belly then.
Oh my God. Did you see when I asked him about that?
Yes. Yeah. That's what made me realize. Okay. And then I started talking to him after that, because I thought that was so fucking funny.
That's hilarious. I know. I was like, yeah, you should have. I don't know. Hey, man, to each their own on the tattoos.
You do you.
Oh, hey, you made it to the end. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like this video and want to see more like it, give it a like and maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Until then, we'll see you next time.